So, this is going to be a bit different than what I usually do. I'm just here to talk tonight about today and what has happened in the past couple of hours. Now, those of you may be wondering, if you were at my last stream, I said that, well, I was getting mouth or tooth surgery basically on Friday, which is today. And the fact that I'm here now, not sounding like I have cotton in my mouth, should pretty much say something is up. And I will tell you all in a minute. Oh, hello, Akiro. I have some stuff to talk about tonight. So, maybe we'll talk about some other stuff once I get through the things that I want to get through right now. But, so the main thing is, I was supposed to get my wisdom teeth removed today. And so, we went today in the morning, right? Everything was fine. I was a bit nervous the night before, but as the more I started thinking about it, and I started looking up things about like wisdom tooth surgery and how you would have to handle yourself afterwards, and what really did scare me while looking up it was specifically the removal of the teeth from the bottom of your jaw, or gum line, I should say, because those have to be surgically removed if they aren't jutting out already, which means I have to cut open like the back part of your gums and literally dig them out. So, that's something I looked up. But given where they were going to remove my wisdom teeth, we're going to be from the top part of my gums, because you need a specialist for the bottom ones. So I was worrying about that for nothing. But, however, like I said, we went there in the morning, and I did the usual. I went over, checked in, sat down and waited. And when they called me in, they took me into the room. I sat down. The doctor came in a couple minutes later, told me what I was getting done today. And he asked me, he said, now, were you going to get one tooth removed, or were you going to do both of them? And the plan was to do both of them. So I did think about it for a very split second, but I was like, let's just do them both. I didn't know that, I was going to be given an option, but I ultimately stuck with trying to get both of them removed. So we said, okay. And so, again, they put the big thing around me, laid me back, and they started injecting the anesthetic into my gums. There was, that pain from the injection of the needle, but I'm very resistant to that kind of stuff. So it was like literally nothing I haven't been through before. I had anesthetics applied to me, my bottom gum before, and I think my top as well, a long time ago, but that's not the main thing. So after that, I couldn't feel the entire top part of my mouth, right? And so when they started leaning the chair back so they can get started. For a moment, I could say 5 or 6 or so seconds, I felt like I could not breathe. And they said, "Are you okay?" Okay, and they said, and I panicked a bit, and so they like, "Okay, let's set you back up," and they did, and I don't know, I just that feeling, I didn't know, like, if I really could not breathe. It felt like I couldn't breathe, but it, like the doctor said afterwards, like it was probably the aesthetics making me feel like I wasn't breathing, but I really felt like I couldn't breathe for a moment there, and that made me feel something, like like I was going to, you know, like I was gonna pass or something. It's just like back then, I had traumatic experiences with pools. Or twice I've slipped while in a pool and nearly drowned because I didn't know how to swim. And those experiences have traumatized me to never go near pools. And those are the two moments where, you know, technically I was being asphyxiated. And I think that might have brought me back to that in that one moment. That just those couple of seconds where I felt like I couldn't breathe. I really put in there thinking that I was going to be able to handle this. Like, it was going to be like any other time I went to the dentist and where they had to do stuff with my gums or my teeth or anything like that. I've been through a lot to the point where I thought that I could handle that. But after that, they sat me up and I broke down. Like I'd never have. I've never broken down at the dentist like that. Or that hard in general. You know? I've never broken down so hard there, and you know, thankfully my mom was there with me. So she came in a bit later, they called her. She came to calm me down. And I don't know. I just couldn't go through with it from there. So we didn't end up getting it done. And even when she was taking me back to the car, I still hadn't calmed down. Like I was in such like an unstable state. But after being in the car for a little bit, she did calm me down, thankfully. You know? And she told me that I didn't have to get that done. It was just made it so it would be easier for them to clean my teeth in future visits, you know, or whatnot. I didn't know I wouldn't have to get it done, but I would have to keep my teeth hygiene clean, because in the past I wasn't so good at doing that. I haven't mentioned that here, I don't think, too much, but yeah, my hygiene with my teeth hadn't been so good for a long time, because, you know, I hadn't really been happy with myself, and that really affected me not attending to my teeth as much as I should, like I should, like a normal person, you know. But I have been keeping up with it since my last visit before today, and I still am. Every time I eat something, straight to the brush after I'm done. So that I've been keeping up with, and I'm going to keep it up because I need to. But the visit today didn't go through because I pretty much had an attack, like a panic attack, and I just didn't expect that to happen. I really didn't, you know. But after that, though, we were in the car. You know, she told me it was okay. I didn't have to get it done. You know, like I just gotta keep up with keeping my teeth clean and flossed for future, just in general, you know. And I said okay, and then we went to IHOP, which is another story that I will talk about in a second. But we did talk a bit more of it after I calmed down, and you know, she talked to me about it, like are you we talked more about it. I forget exactly what we said about it, but basically I said that I really think that I should have just went with one tooth and just took it one step at a time, like get one tooth removed, and then get another one removed another time. Because the feeling of the aesthetic, when they first like poked one side of my gums, it felt okay. It felt okay. I didn't have any problems. It's when they did both that I had that attack. That I felt like what I felt. So we talked about it, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it again. And I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't end up going back to do it at some point, it would have eaten at me more, because just not getting it done after this had been like planned for a while. So it will get done, thankfully. Again, next time it's just gonna be one side first, and then later on we'll get the other side removed as well, and that'll be taken care of. I won't have to worry about it anymore. But it's just something I needed to let you guys know what happened, and that's the reason why I'm actually here tonight and not like in bed or resting, because I didn't get the operation done, and it's basically been postponed. I'd say probably until the first week of March, that we're gonna go back and get that all done again. Because I did let everybody know in my last stream that I was gonna get my teeth removed. So here's the update to that. It's not happening until the first week of March, most likely. So, sorry if I made any of you worry. I didn't mean to do that if any of you were worried. I was just saying what I thought was gonna happen. And, because of what happened with me, it couldn't happen. Not yet. But it is going to get done. So my rest time looks like will be postponed until that week. Well, the bright side is that I still get to do my regular streams until then. I think I got like another week or two until that week of March. So that's a positive. You gotta stay more on the positive side and not just think too much about the negatives, because that's not a good thing. But I just needed to get that off my chest right away, because holding that would definitely not be good for me. I need to put it out there, especially to you guys, because I don't keep you guys in the dark whenever something is up. That way, you guys kind of have an idea of how I'm doing. Right now, I'm doing fine, because all of that happened like hours ago in the morning. Everything's fine now, especially since we talked it over and it's gonna get done. So that's that. That's my situation right now with the dentist. Now, moving on to the next thing, which has to do with after the dentist visit. And let me tell you, it was a bunch of ass. So after the visit, my mom took us to IHOP, because she asked me, like, did I want to go eat anywhere, to try to cheer me up and everything, and I said yeah. So we chose IHOP, because we haven't went anywhere to sat down to eat in a long time, because of a lot of things going on with my mother and her mom, basically. We haven't had time to really see each other recent time. But we went to IHOP, and we sat down. We got seated right away. Mind you, we got seated right away. Remember that. So we sat down. We got our menus. I looked through it. I was still a little bit shaken, but I looked at the menu, and I saw that there was some chicken and waffles there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this. And I also went to look at the back to see what they had for drinks, and I ordered an iced coffee. Not like any iced coffee I've had from other places, but I'll talk more about that in a second. So the thing was, I was the only one to order, and my mother said she's like, you know what, I'm not really that hungry. It's like, so you just get whatever you want. And she was just gonna get a water because she had already eaten something. So I already had my order in mind, and we sat there for like who knows how long waiting. Literally, I was on my phone just looking at videos. I think I actually finished like 2 videos or something in the time that we were waiting, bro. Like, I think it took like maybe almost 30 minutes for like us to notice like how long we had been sitting there, you know. And eventually my mother like called over one of the people working there and be like, excuse me, it's like nobody's come to take our order. And they're like, oh, okay. And it's like, well, we'll have somebody come help you right now. And we're like, okay. So like a couple minutes pass, and somebody comes and takes our order, whatnot, and then we wait again. And how long did it take? Okay, the drinks arrived like maybe 5 minutes later. You know, that's fine. But after that, well, first of all, the coffee that I got was not an iced coffee that I ever been served before, because it basically you had to actually put the sugar and the cream or whatever in it yourself. Before, any other place that I've gone to, it's already just there and made for you. So I don't know if it was just IHOP or the other places just have it already set for you. So whatever. I put the creamer in, added some sugar, and then I mixed it with the straw and I drank it. Tasted very bland, but it was whatever. I still ended up drinking it, you know. But then we waited for about 25 more minutes. Okay? 25 more minutes. They got us seated immediately, and we waited for almost an hour, like in total. We got our drinks, yeah, after 30 minutes, but then we waited another 25 for the fucking food, dude. And oh, that's not the best part. I'll get to that. So we waited, right, and we were both like, oh my god, like what the fuck is actually taking so long? My mom was upset, you know, because she was like, it's like, this is really bad service. It's like, if I don't know if they're understaffed or whatever, but it's like, come on, dude. It's like they seated us right away, and you're telling me they can't finish like one fucking plate of food, you know, because she didn't even order anything. So that had, you know, that's surprising. So we were about done with the fucking place. We gave it till the next hour mark, which was like in 5 minutes. And just when I was about to be like, let's go, the lady comes over and gives so wait, I actually forgot. Not only, so I got my chicken and waffles, right? I ordered chicken and waffles, and the iced coffee, and my mom also ordered me a side of bacon, which is supposed to be 4 of them, right? So the lady comes and sets down the bacon. There's only 2 strips, right? 2 strips of bacon, and then she also comes and tell us, oh, it's like your waffles were overdone or burnt or something, and so they had to be remade right now. And then we, you know, we were just like, what the fuck, you know, on our faces. We didn't say that, but that's what we looked like. And so, she mama said, like, we've been waiting here for a long time. And she's like, oh, we're sorry, with this and that. It's like, it's gonna be done in like 3 minutes. Oh, by the way, when this lady said 3 minutes, she actually meant like 6. Maybe even more. Literally, every time she said that, it was more than 3 minutes, dude. You shouldn't have just even said like a time, just saying like, they'll be done in a bit. Like, don't... Jesus. The service was so bad. And my mom noticed about the bacon. She's like, this is not extra bacon. I think she caught it right before they were about to go. Or maybe a couple seconds later, she's like, hey, this is not the extra bacon that we ordered. And she's like, oh, sorry. It's like, we'll get them more of it right now. You know. So we waited again for those waffles to come out. I don't know how long more it took, but I'd say we had to wait at least 10 more minutes after that. 10 more minutes after the hour mark. And finally, the chicken and waffles gets delivered to the table. And the extra bacon. We ended up getting 6 bacons instead of 4 in total. And then they told them, the manager said that they're going to discount your entire order. You know, as well, because of how fucking bad it was. And you know the funny part? We weren't the only ones. Yep. We weren't the only ones who were having the same serving problem. Because I looked in this big mirror that they had, like, right in front of us. We could see, like, the entire rest of the diner. And I saw, like, 2 groups of people. One dude with, like, his 2 kids. And, like, a bunch of, like, old women sitting together. And it looks like they were... Like, I saw their order get delivered to them. And this one lady looked like... It was like, what the she had that same look, like, what the hell is this? Like, she was shaking her head. And I assume that's like, they must have been waiting there forever. And that dude with his 2 kids, I got to eat my chicken and waffles, right? I ate it. I ate them. I didn't really get to enjoy them because of how annoyed I was at the service. I just basically ate without really taking the time to, you know, just enjoy the meal. Because my mom was going to be late. She had to go to work. So I just tried to eat as fast as I could so we can get out of there. But the dude and his 2 kids, like, I looked, I had been looking, like, through, like, glancing at the mirror, and they were going to the same thing. They had waited so long for their shit. It looks like they were kind of done with the place too, but he didn't want to leave probably because he probably promised his kids like he would take them there and get them breakfast or whatever they wanted to order. Because I was that dude. I would have been like, fuck this place. Like, let's go somewhere else. You know? And my dad, I'll tell you what, if that was my dad, same shit. We would just get up and leave after like a couple of minutes of waiting. Be like, nah. It's like, service is fucking horrible. And like, when I finished my stuff, the dude barely got his stuff served. I don't know how long he had been waiting there, but it seems like he would have been waiting there just as long as we had gotten there and sat down. So that service was fucking terrible. There was like 1 piece of chicken left that my mom said, like, you want to take that in the box and go? I'm like, no. I was like, let's just go. It's like, I've had enough of this place. So, basically, that place, that IHOP, sucks fat ass. We are not going to go back there. Just like, we had a similar thing happen at this place called Roadhouse Steak Grill, something like that. We had went a long time ago to a restaurant that's called that. I forget what exactly it's called. It's like Roadhouse Grill something. It's around that area too. It's actually around that area as well. We had went there. We sat down and waited for, like, I shit you not, an hour almost. And they said that the funny thing about that was they said they were cleaning the tables. That their excuse is they were cleaning the tables for an hour. Yeah, yeah, like I buy that shit, dude. And we sat down with a lot of people, and they had the same. Nobody was getting served. Like, what the fuck kind of excuse is that? Like, we didn't even get an estimated waiting time, my dude. If we had got the estimated waiting time, then we probably would have just been like, okay, let's like we're not gonna wait that long. We're gonna go somewhere else. But no, they just gaslighted us to waiting there, to be for fucking nothing, for fuck all. That was also bad service, dude. Like, not even an estimated waiting time. Just screw you. Sit down. We'll have tables whenever the fuck we're done sticking our fingers in our asses, you know? But yeah, that was our IHOP experience today. I never want to go back there again either. It's another restaurant on the list. Specifically that one, though. I'm pretty sure we've been to other IHOPs that haven't been as shit. Actually, no. Wait a minute. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that might have been the IHOP we had always went to. Actually. So the service has probably just declined that day. Either that day or in general, because that service was unbelievable. And it's a weekday. It's not the weekend. It's a weekday. So, I don't know. Service is fucking horrible. We're not going to go back there anytime soon. That's exactly how you lose customers. Is doing that. Being understaffed or not getting the meals out in less than like 10, 15 minutes, you know? 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe even 20. Jesus. And multiple people having to wait the same amount of time we did. Such bad service. But anyways, so we did that. Got the shitty IHOP. And she took me home. And I also have what'd she give me? Hold on. Let me check my bag. She gave me some chips that my uncle gave her. She gave me a lot, actually. Here I have, like, let's see. Let me reach over. You know what I just thought of? If I ever have a tier list, IHOP going on the F tier for bad service immediately. That's how you leave a bad impression with us. But anywho, let's see. I have some chips here that she gave me. It's a whole bag of them that my uncle gave her. And it seems three of them are the same. Yeah, 3 of them are the same. Damn, these are like full bags actually. Holy moly! I'm gonna have this with some sandwiches later in the week. But she gave me crunchy Cheetos. I don't know what makes them more different. I guess they're literally more crunchy than the regular Cheetos. And I also got these popcorners, kettle corn. It looks like they're shaped like tortilla chips. But that's what they are. She said they're really good, so I might try them maybe tomorrow. Also, I also got like a small. Is there another one here? Let me check, because it was a very small one. I think that was the only one that I got. It was like a little. You guys know the asteroids that Cheetos used to make? Yeah. Think of those, but like not in those cans or those. Yeah, I guess you could call them cans, kind of like the Lay's, like Pringles S cans. They used to put the asteroids in. They have them like these bags now that are kind of similar in the size of the asteroids. Not as big as the containers, but it was like a small bag, and it was like Cheeto balls, but that were jalapeno flavored. I ate them while I was watching Nags today. He played Tekken with Ko, and today it was. I didn't know that today was his. Actually, no, I did know. I forgot. I watched him yesterday. He said, "I wish I had found out sooner that he was doing Tekken this week." And I wish I had watched those other 2 days of him doing his training. Because he said he was going to do Tekken a while ago with Coefficient. And today was the last training. Well, yesterday was the last training day, sorry. And today was the actual day. And so we watched him do his final training art today. And when it came down to it, it was fun. It was funny. Seeing him beat Ko with Katarina. By mashing, mashing the one special that he knew. And Ko having a handicap of not using his control stick that he uses for Tekken, using a D-pad instead, and going with random characters every pick to give Nags a fair chance. But Nags won, and we won a custom control stick that he will be getting for winning, because that was the bet that they had a while ago. And then they proceeded to have some fun with Nags commentating over Ko fighting a couple matches with his girlfriend. It was great. I love Nags as a commentator. He just has the right energy for it. Oh, not only that, but another thing that happened while he was doing warm-up matches before he had to fight Ko in an hour or two from then, he ran into a VTuber who was playing Tekken as well. And the thing was, he was just doing some random matches, doing bets with chat to see if he'd win or not, and he fought a VTuber. And it wasn't until after that he won that match that chat pointed out, it's like, wow, Nags, it's like our Stremmer bullying an innocent VTuber. It's like, how dare you? And then he started molding, of course. He's like, what the fuck? It's like, what are you talking about? Because if you've been to Nags chat, you know how they are. I know how they are, of course. I'm a part of it. I'm just a lurker, but I definitely have the mentality of Nags chat, believe me. But he ran into that VTuber who is called Big Tabby, that's his name. And so after that match, Nags went over, opened a page to check out like if chat was capping or not, and they weren't. It was actually a VTuber who was also playing Tekken at the time, called Big Tabby, and it was great. Because when Nags went over, his viewers also tuned into Tabby's stream at the same time. Double tabs open and whatnot. And looks like this guy, he didn't have that many. He actually doesn't have that many followers. Well, I say not that many followers. At least to like, I would have thought he had, because this dude, he seemed pretty cool. He's literally the epitome of stuff that I like. He had Kamina so he's basically a PNG guy, kind of like me. His avatar, has like a talking pose and an idle pose, and it bounces whenever he talks. He's a PNG tuber on Twitch. I'm like, dude, this guy's sick, because his outfit, apparently also he had debuted a new outfit that exact day, which was today. And he had like red Kamina glasses. He had a scarf, like a red scarf, a cool scarf, anime like a yellow vest. His hair was like Kamina's, except like brownish with like a yellow highlights in it. And his follower tone is, if you guys ever played Beautiful Joe, whenever you're about to do a scene and it goes, just go for it, that was his follower alert. I'm like, dude, like, this guy's fucking cool. He's literally a weeb, like, and he's literally like, and he's literally, he looks like a dude that I would love the shit out of because of his avatar. And he also had like a jukebox going, and it was playing Kill la Kill music at that moment. I'm like, this dude's cool. And so Nags basically indirectly interacted with him that way, and he watched him on stream for a bit, and everybody was hyping him up to win some matches in Tekken, Tabby. And it was so cool. Not to mention, the dude was spouting like motivational stuff, like from Gurren Lagann. Not exactly, but like, it's basically like twisted. Like, he basically molded his words to sound like if those things came out straight out of Gurren Lagann. They sounded so inspirational. Same vibe. And from what I read in his tags, he has one of his tags is autism. I don't know if he has autism or not, but maybe he also had accepting as like something accepting tag. But if he is, I'm saying, dude, I wouldn't even have noticed until I saw the tags. The dude was super cool, you know, and people, you know, those people, you know, who have that disability are actually pretty smart. They are very smart people, you know. But that was so cool to see that this guy's out here doing all that, and then looking like something straight out of anime. It was such a wholesome interaction too. And after Nags was done with his Tekken stream, he raided Tabby afterwards. And I got on my computer and immediately dropped him a follow. That dude is super cool. Again, if anybody wants to check him out, I don't know how long he's been streaming for. He only has like 400 something followers, which is crazy. He should have a lot more. So go give him a follow. I think his thing is twitch.tv/BigTabby. Big Tabby. No, I'm sorry. Giant Tabby. Don't be an idiot like me and put an A before the I. Because you guys know how to spell more than I do. Jesus. I literally did that while I was searching for him. I was like, why isn't he coming up? I'm like, I'm so stupid. But yeah. Again, go give him a follow. Twitch.tv/GiantTabby. Really cool dude. Can't wait to see more of his stuff in the week. But yeah, that happened. And there was something else. Oh, the last point. Okay, last point of something I wanted to talk about today. So, if anybody has seen my community post that I made yesterday, yeah, the corporate rat struck me down. He struck down my video of Toy Story 2, the second part. And you know what it was? Does the class want to take a guess? Is anybody here? Does the class want to take a guess too? What happened? What got my video destroyed? Anybody want to take a guess? I'll wait. I'll give you a hint. If anybody have seen my Ratchet and Clank video, specifically the first episode, then you know where I'm going at this. All right, I'm gonna tell you. It was the in-game crusty, audibly different cutscenes. Yep. They got me struck after all. But the crazy part is that the first time, or the first stream I did of Toy Story 2, that game, they had cutscenes as well. And those didn't get stricken down. The first thing that made me notice that like something was wrong is after I streamed, my VOD always pops up. Maybe not on my channel, but always pops up when I search my channel name. The VOD of what I just streamed will come up within like the first 3 results of me looking down the page of when I search my channel. But I didn't see my VOD. And I was like, something's not right. And so I went, I'm like, oh no, like could it be? I went into my video management, went to live streams, and yup, big red icon. This video has been blocked in all territories. Ooh, yes. So yes, it happened. The corporate mouse finally got us, guys. He got us real good. So I spent that night being like, what am I gonna do? It's like, oh god. I made the post, and I saw what a well, no, I went to see what I could do for the video, yeah, and I saw my options, and things that got claimed. Well, one was apparently a song that I didn't even know played. at some point, but that part was not copyrighted. That part was not copyrighted. I mean it was, but it's like the copyright that isn't gonna affect my channel, and I just learned the difference between what is gonna affect my channel and what isn't when there's copyright involved. Because again, there's stuff that is allowed by the owners to be used on YouTube. There's stuff like that exists, and then there's stuff that will affect my videos and get them demonetized if I ever become a partner. Why do I know that? Because the last fix that I had to do, well, actually, I didn't have to do this last one, where I had to snip out another segment. I had to snip out 2 segments, so I had to go through 2 instances of processing. I did one yesterday, where I had to remove one scene from a certain time span to another, and then in the morning I checked again, and I had to remove another one. So I had to go through 2 processing thingies to get my video unblocked. Thankfully, after that second one, the video is now unblocked, so you guys can actually see it. And not to mention, I had a lot of I had a lot of fun in that second episode. Looking back, so I really wanted it to, come back up, because all that, I love sharing moments like that with you guys. I had a lot of interaction that night. Oh, but the video is now green and good to go, so it should be up on my channel now. But there was another thing that I saw in the claims that didn't get my video blocked, but it specifically said that this may affect monetization in the future if you become a partner. So I decided, like, okay, let's just full send and get this thing out of this video. So if for some reason you guys like, I'm sorry. If you guys, really like that playthrough and go back to watch it, or if people find it later on, then I'll be able to get monetization off of it. And I really just did it in the end because I don't want any problems with any of those Toy Story playthroughs, because they're fun. They're fun and really enjoyable to watch. So I was like, let's just get rid of this thing. Let's get rid of this claim, and let's try to get this video scrubbed clean of any copyright claims. And so now that last thing is in processing right now, so hopefully after, there should be no more copyright problems with my Toy Story 2 playthrough. And it's also something that I want to practice for any streams I do in the future. And I didn't know, what I thought back then with the claim that happened with Ratchet & Clank, I thought that it claimed the entire stream, the entire first episode I did of it. And no, that wasn't actually the case, looking at it now, because this thing that happened with the Toy Story thing is this exact same thing. It suggested that I remove, basically all of the stream and only leave, 10 minutes of it, from maybe 5 minutes in the beginning to, 5 minutes in the end. Just, the suggestion from YouTube is yeah, just take, I don't know, the entire stream, 90% of it out, and you'll be fine. That was YouTube's default suggestion. It just said, just remove that, and you'll be fine. But no, I decided to go to the specific claims and make custom time removals, which is basically match up the claim time with the trims that I had to do. So I did that. And had I known I could have done that with Ratchet & Clank, it probably would have saved me some time, but actually, it probably would have been a lot worse back then because I was still streaming directly. Actually, no. That's when I actually started using OBS, actually. Was my first Ratchet & Clank stream. I actually started using OBS then because I had my avatar. But maybe had I known, I probably would have gotten to trim them out. But then again, I was still barely getting used to having my avatar on screen and streaming through OBS. So I probably wouldn't have had the patience to deal with that crap. Nowadays, now I do. now that I actually know how the processing of all that works, I have more patience for that now. And the bottom line is, if you ever stream a game that has a movie tie-in with it, and the game uses cutscenes from the movie, like actual movie scenes, do yourself a favor. Censor those scenes with some kind of, I don't know, big ass image over the screen and mute the volume. And just do some wacky shenanigans and probably describe what's going on to save yourself some headache. Because that's what I did with Ratchet and Clank. Because that game uses cutscenes from the movie, and like I said, the movie is basically, oops, all cutscenes from the game, because they're the exact same thing. The movie can basically be experienced from the game itself. There's so much little that the movie has to offer. It's literally a cutscene compilation, that movie. But no matter how crusty the audio is or how many sound effects are missing for it, the bot will still find like the direct link to the actual source and claim you for it. So avoid all the headache. Tip to you future streamers, do yourself a favor and just block those cutscenes with an image, or just don't show them and cut out the audio until the cutscene is done or you skipped it. And that will save you a lot of trouble in the future. Trust me, I've had to go through it once before and now. And I've had some experience with it. Oh, I just noticed that the loop is playing. Is it playing? Oh, okay. I didn't know if the loop was playing this time. I have the lo-fi one opened, or the lo-fi Sonic music open from browser right now. I just have it on replay, like the first result. But anywho, so that's that. I'm glad that the VOD is back, so I can probably watch it tonight and maybe relax a little bit. But I think that's all that I've had to talk about tonight. You know, I said what I needed to say immediately in the beginning, so you know, guys are aware of what happened today and why I am here right now. But like I said, there's good news and us not going through with tooth removal just yet. And that is that I'm going to be finishing Sonic Frontiers tomorrow. So we're gonna have one final Sonic Saturday, which is gonna be us finishing Frontiers, and that's gonna be a good day. But I think that's all that I wanted to talk about today. I don't think, what time is it? It's 9:49 right now. It's not that late. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday, yeah? Maybe we can finish, but then again, it's Friday though, so it's not my scheduled day. I don't know if I get anybody to tune in. Well, I mean, if I make like the right title choice, of course people are gonna tune in, but I don't know if I should. I was thinking maybe I could finish Toy Story 2 today, since we only have one more section to go through. Well, two more. One I gotta backtrack at, and then the last level. So no, let me look at my phone real quick. Let me check. Where's my phone actually? Where did I put you? Where did I put my phone? Oh, it's on my bed. Let me pull it over here. There we go. Let me check it. Let me mute for a second. Okay, I have my phone and I muted the little sound beeps, whatever. Just want to see how's it doing right now. Let's see. How are we doing? Say myself in chat. Okay. I lowered it. There we go. It looks like everything is going good right now. Again, I know not the most interesting title for a stream, but it's just me talking. Literally, that's all that I'm doing in this stream. It should be a video. It really should, but I'm more comfortable just streaming and talking about what I want to talk about. Now, usually that's not a good thing, especially if you're really like emotional. It's not a good idea to go on stream and just talk about like what kind of midlife crisis that's going on in your life. You should only be talking about this stuff when you're, calm and collected. I mean, I know that I've talked about like one of my dogs passing away on stream because I didn't want to. I didn't want to edit together a video. I just wanted to get it out there and do a quick thing to commemorate my dog passing away that time ago. But I haven't done anything like that since then. I did feel bad for a couple people that were actually passing through during that stream who I hadn't seen in a while, and they just like got a little bit of trauma dump for me that day, But I haven't done anything like that since, and this isn't really a trauma dump. This is me telling you guys what happened today. That's why we're talking today. I'm not gonna lie, I did want to do this a bit earlier, but that whole thing with Nags was today, where he was fighting Ko in Tekken 7. I really wanted to see Nags, see how he would do in Tekken 7. So that went on for a while. That's why I didn't stream sooner. And also, Bakken Run was finishing up Hi-Fi Rush, which I didn't even know he was playing. So I just tuned into that. And then I came here to do this. So, that's why we're here tonight. And now I've finished talking about what I wanted to talk about today. Yeah, that's all that's happened today. Is there anything else I want to go over? Let's see. Before we conclude this talking stream, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. I'm here all week. But it was something else. Okay. So, the thing I was going to put off until after my recovery for my surgery. I say that in quotations because that's not happening anymore. I'm not going to be in recovery mode for the next 2 weeks. So, my 100 subscriber video. And yes. Well, it's going to be a video because I don't think I'm going to do a stream and just talk on the fly of what I need to address about me reaching 100 subs and what I'm going to do for it. It's going to end up looking like a slideshow or something, I can tell you what, because OBS is not going to cooperate with me because of encoding problems, probably. But maybe hopefully this week, I can get all that cobbled together, and we can talk about what I'm going to do for reaching 100 subs. Because we did reach 100 subs. I don't know what the count says right now, but we did hit 100 subs, regardless. So, I am going to do something for you guys because of that as a thank you. So just expect that sometime soon, relatively soon. But other than that, I think that concludes today's talk. I've never done something like this. This is kind of I've talked about stuff in before I stream games and whatnot. I've talked like this before, but not purely for an entire stream. Like this long, And I'm kind of surprised that I can even talk for this long too, but at the same time, I am also glad that I can do something like this. Maybe in the future there'll be some more talk streams where I actually chill with you guys, talk about some random topics, whatnot. Well, you know what? Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a ghost. I am hunting this campfire, but there was one more topic that I wanted to quickly go over. It is a bit uh something that's going on right now that's just really dumb. And that's people being harassed about Hogwarts Legacy. Like, I've never been so disgusted in my entire life of how people are harassing everyone who is trying to just play the game, you know, whether or not they're a Harry Potter fan or anything like that, because whatever the hell that people on Twitter, yeah, of course it has to be Twitter, are talking about people who are playing the game are being transphobic and hating women or whatever the hell that they're smoking over there. You know, I'm just like, these kind of people are fucking disgusting human beings, man. And Maximilian, I agree with something that Maximilian has said in recent time, where it's like, miss those times where the internet was more simple and idiots did not have a free platform to speak on who should not be speaking. Nowadays, there's too many idiots on the internet and people who should not have a platform for free to voice their just talk, because I don't know, there's something wrong with these people. There really is. Like, I heard that one of the VTubers that I watch, who is part of a certain company of VTubers, that's all I'll say, was getting harassed to the point where in her mod Autobot had to automatically bump up her security because people were trying to harass her on stream. The bot had auto taken the initiative to block the word trans as a safety measure so that it wouldn't get spammed in chat anymore. I assume that's what triggered it to automatically do that. And because of that, people were going after her because the word trans was blocked in her chat, thinking that she did that on purpose or her mods. But no, the reality is that people were being fucking dumbasses and coming into her stream talking about this dumb shit that doesn't even have to do with the silly wizard game. It doesn't. It doesn't matter how much you hate the author of those Harry Tubman Potter books, whatever the series is at this point. The game has nothing to do with the author and her hot takes, whatever the hell she said or who she's against. It has nothing to do with that. The people who made the game are not involved with the author because they know. Well, because if they really had to follow what she was saying, then maybe they'd have somewhat of a point. But no. What the people are doing, harassing people and the dev team who made Hogwarts Legacy, those people need a reality check. And somebody I shouldn't say that. They should know what it feels like to be harassed. That's all I'm saying. They should have a taste of their own medicine somewhere down the line. If they have harassed somebody, they should get a taste of their own medicine somewhere down the line and know what it feels like. That, like, when they harassed somebody, you know? That's all I want for there to happen. You know? I don't wish violence on anybody. Especially when everybody on Twitter literally just says this shit because they're behind a computer screen. If they were right next to you, like IRL, they wouldn't be saying that shit. No, they'd just be like some quiet person who probably doesn't interact with anybody beyond their mother or something, dude. it's so sad to see that this generation, this day and age, has given too many dumb fucks access to the internet to voice their shitty, pathetic opinions. Like, really, really pathetic, man. Like, wow. And I really wish that, like what Max has said, that I wish the internet was as simple as it was back then when idiots like this did not have a platform. And don't get my words twisted. You know, I am modifying what Max has said, but he basically said that he misses the simpler times where people that have dumb opinions, you know, didn't have a platform to put their dumb opinions on, you know, for free. That's basically along the lines of what he said. And I agree with that. So it's very sad to see. So if you're somebody who's like trying to harass somebody over like a video game, don't do that. Please don't do that. Be a better person. You know? Don't be that kind of person. There are going to be idiots that exist like that everywhere. But don't be one of them. You know? Just don't do that. If you are somebody who likes doing that, then you have serious problems and you need help. You know? And you should get it. But that's the other thing I want to talk about. I wish Silver, you know, the best. I hope that it hasn't gotten to her too much, because, you know, she's been through a lot. She's also been through a lot of things in the past. She doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve treatment like that. So, shame on all those people who were harassing her. I hope she feels better soon. Not to mention, what was it? I think one of my favorite content creators who I've watched since I got a PS3, pretty much, which was like when I was still in high school, also played Hogwarts, and I'm pretty sure they tried to harass him too, but he didn't care. You know why? Because every other week it seems like the Blue Bird community is trying to cancel him, and he's like, really? Like it's like it takes like one of his friends to be like I'm sorry to hear about this, man. I hope you're okay. And he's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, I'm being canceled apparently. And usually that's content for him to make a video on. It's hilarious, dude. I always love when Twitter tries to cancel him and just gives him more content for videos. It's so funny. But it's unfortunate that that's the day and age we live, where that is the platform for people to have very dumb, pathetic opinions and say really bad things that they wouldn't say to somebody's face, you know? So that's me talking about that. I wish everybody well who has taken on the Herculean task of playing Hogwarts Legacy because of all people being dumb. And I hope the people who are enjoying the game are enjoying it because they like it. You know? And I hope that the people harassing others get their just desserts in some way. Some way that makes them see like how bad of a person they were being, you know? We all have our moments that we've been bad in our lives. And do we all deserve a chance after realizing how bad we've been? Yes. We deserve at least one. But the thing is, whether or not you're willing to become a better person after realizing that's the real challenge. You know? But that's that. I think that's all I want to talk about today. So, yeah. I think I'm going to go now. Maybe another time we could actually sit down and talk like this, you know, about stuff. Maybe on one of my regular days. Who knows? Depends. Maybe I'll try it someday in the future. Or maybe we even have like a try not to laugh or meme stream. We'll see. The future is always broad. And I do want to expand to some more things beyond just playing video games in the future. Most likely when I have a better PC to run things and have multiple programs running, because that will be when I really start experimenting with stuff. But for now, I'm with my limited hardware, and I'll work with in what I have. But with all that said, I'm going to get going now. So, thank you all for tuning in and listening to my TED Talk. I hope you found this very informational in some way. Please subscribe if you enjoyed any of this. But for real though, I'll be back tomorrow with Sonic Saturday to finish up some Sonic Frontiers. So make sure to be there, because it's gonna be a fun time. Alright everybody, I wish you all a good day/night, and I will see you all next time. So for now, take care and goodbye.